Uh, the missing capstone. The missing capstone. Okay. The capstone is the centerpiece atop the pyramids, correct? The capstone. Uh, some people on here, they like to think they know something about various subjects, when unfortunately they don't really know much. They just kind of baby scratch the surface. They can't handle power tools, okay? Now, the reality is the capstone was there because the pyramids were referred to as like a tower of fire. They would produce fire. Now, if you were an ancient and you didn't understand what some type of hydrogen energy was shooting out, or plasma or something, shooting off the top of a pyramid into the sky, sending and receiving information, all right? So, therefore, the capstone was made of a conductive material, i.e. gold, quartz crystal, etc. Now, the obelisks in Egypt, which are tall, single stone structures, have a similar crystalline structure all the way down to the ground. It's a conduit, can send and receive signals. Pyramids are the same thing. Of course they had a capstone. Of course they did. Because that was how they send and receive signals. Now here's what happened. When Santorini blew up, around 5,000 years ago, caused a nuclear winter in Giza. Heavy flooding, ash fall, nuclear winter. Okay? Now, if you isolate all those electrons in that specific area, and you already have the sand around the area, which is quartz crystalline, which is already conductive, right, holds a physioelectric charge, then you amplify it with all the limestone and all the other materials, right? Are you following me here? Granite, etc., etc. Basically, the pyramid with the capstone becomes like a fuse, like in your car. Got it? So, when these huge super bolts hit the top of the capstone, it exploded it. It was no more. Feasible that it could have also been responsible for the destruction of the head of the Sphinx before it was altered to the supposed Khufu. Alright? So there's the capstone. Now, unlike my contemporary, who doesn't even mention Plato in his video, Plato got his console from Solon, and Solon was a Greek statesman. Everybody likes to think that Solon was an Egyptian priest. He was a Greek statesman. Understand this. The Egyptians were taken over by a bunch of foreign dumbasses, but that doesn't mean that they had to give up all their secrets. They kept their secrets to an extent, okay? They were able to keep their high-level secrets to an extent, okay? So all this stuff about Atlantis had to lay beyond the Pillars of Hercules, that's a bunch of bumpkiss, okay? Plato didn't hear about the tale of Atlantis until 9,000 years after the fact, and Solon wasn't a true Egyptian. He was a Greek statesman. All right? So, everything, pretty much whatever he said, take it with a grain of salt. Regarding the tomb of Thoth, hey, look at the Emerald Tablet. Look how old it is. Look how much secrecy surrounds it, you know? This thing needs to be studied more in depth. It's considered... It's about, what, 36,000 years old? Think about that. This 36,000 years old for the Emerald Tablet of Thoth. So, how many Thoths were there? You know, you can have more than one name in Egyptian lore, and that's evidenced by that because the Tomb of Thoth's high priest or whatever, assistant, was recently found, like, I don't know, like maybe half a year ago or so. Last year sometime. So that's about the Tomb of Thoth. Now, I don't want to go into a bunch of hypotheticals about anything else, but hopefully I show you that I'm actually on here to tell you real information, real truths. I'm not here to give you half speculations, okay? The pyramids, yes, they had a capstone. Whether it was gold, electrum, quartzite, quartz, you name it. A jewel, it was something. Whatever it was that was conducting the energy from the top of the pyramid as it was being drawn from below. Because below the pyramids was water flowing. So just like a Tesla tower, it is amplifying the Earth's natural energies and conducting them and amplifying them. which is what the pyramids were. They were ancient energy conductors and harnessers. Nobody can refute that. They aren't tombs, so they have to be centers of higher learning or things like that. And also the resonance heals. Other ancient cultures use megalithic rocks to, produce the healing effect. The ancient Egyptians are no different. So there's a story about the Capstone, Plato, and the tomb of Thoth. You're welcome. Have a nice day.